Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get you genuinely well informed. And today, wow, we are diving into something huge, a massive shakeup happening right now in marketing, in search, really everywhere online, all thanks to AI. It's not just a small change, it feels like a tidal wave, honestly. It's changing the very basics of how brands connect with you. So, our mission today is to really get into large language model optimization, LLMO. And believe me, this is way more than just another tech buzzword. It's a fundamental transformation. Just to give you a sense of the power here. Contently, they ran an internal pilot, AI search traffic, right? It generated absolutely zero leads before. Zero. Then bam. In just 6 weeks using LMO principles, it jumped to supporting 32% of all their sales qualified leads. That's not just an uptick, it's a breakthrough. Really shows what's at stake.
Yeah, 32% is staggering.
Hmm.
And what's fascinating here is how these new AI-first search engines, Google SGE, ChatGPT, Perplexity, those types, they're playing a totally different game. They aren't just counting keywords or links anymore, not like the old days. Instead, they're rewarding quality, real quality. They parse meaning, context, the relationships between ideas. That's the core difference. And it's why LMMO isn't just like SEO 2.0. It's fundamentally kicking that old keyword-focused SEO right to the curb. It's about building knowledge, not just, ticking boxes.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit more. So if AI wants this deeper understanding, how exactly are those old SEO tactics, the traditional stuff, falling short? What's really not working now, or maybe even hurting?
Exactly. Hurting is the right word sometimes. That old playbook. It can actively hinder you. Keyword stuffing, for instance, just jamming terms onto a page hoping something sticks.
Yeah, we all remember that.
Well, AI sees right through it. It often signals low quality,
Hmm.
and you might even get penalized, essentially.
Yeah.
And those low-quality backlinks people used to chase, pretty much worthless now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even detrimental. Generic content, too. The kind written just for a search term, it just doesn't cut it. AI systems are sophisticated. They spot shallow stuff almost instantly. It becomes invisible.
So, okay, the old ways are out. Dead ends, basically. What then are the absolute non-negotiables now for succeeding in this LMO landscape? What are maybe the top three things listeners need to focus on?
Right. You really need to pivot. There are three core elements, I'd say. First, authoritative content. This isn't just surface-level stuff. It means showing genuine expertise, real depth, like you actually know what you're talking
There's
about.
sense.
Second, focus on clear entities. AI identifies and sort of verifies concepts. People, places, ideas, things. Your content needs to define these really clearly.
Entities. Okay, got it.
And third, structured data. This is critical. It's like mapping out the relationships between those entities for the AI, making connections explicit so the AI can understand and, crucially, trust your information.
Okay, authority, entities, structured data. If we connect this to the bigger picture, how do these AI search engines actually use this stuff? How do they decide, okay, this source is trustworthy, I'll use this?
Good question. It's a multi-layered process. Google's EEAT signals, that's experience, expertise, authority, and trust, are more critical than ever. Your content needs that depth, like we said, but also verifiable points. Think almost like footnotes in a research paper, but, woven into the content naturally.
Verifiable. Okay.
Then there's the structured data and schema markup we mentioned. That's like sending clear, labeled instructions directly to the AI models. It tells them, here's an entity, here's how it relates to this other one, content with strong schema. It just performs better consistently because it speaks the AI's language. And here's where it gets really interesting. Multi-source verification. AI doesn't just trust one page anymore, even if it seems authoritative. It looks for information that's verified across several credible sources. It's like an AI fact-checker, constantly cross-referencing.
Wow, okay, so consensus matters more now. That really changes how you think about building authority, which brings us to metrics. If the game's changed, the scoreboard must have too, right? What are we actually measuring for LMMO success? It can't just be page views anymore.
Exactly. Page views are just part of the story now. We're looking at truly LMO-specific metrics. Things like AI citation frequency. How often your content is directly cited or referenced in those AI-generated answers and summaries. That's a huge indicator of authority to the AI. Then there's entity coverage, sometimes called saturation. Basically, what percentage of the important entities relevant to a topic does your content actually define or address? Higher coverage means better visibility.
Okay, like mapping the territory.
Precisely. We also track schema implementation rate, how much of your content actually has that structured data AI can easily interpret. And finally, feature appearance. How often does your content show up in those prime AI search features, the summaries, the knowledge panels, things like that? These are the new benchmarks for impact.
AI citations, entity coverage, schema rate, feature appearance, got it. It's a whole new dashboard. So, what does this all mean for you? For our listeners trying to navigate this, it sounds complex, and it can be, which is why, specialized LLMO platforms are popping up. They're designed to help manage this. Condensely, for instance, the one with that pilot result we mentioned, they have what they call an LLM optimization blueprint. It specifically includes things like entity mapping, getting that schema orchestrated correctly, and creating distribution loops. It's designed as a complete strategic approach. And, well, those results, 32% of SQLs in 6 weeks, they speak for themselves. The bottom line really seems to be that LMO isn't just coming, it's here. It's the future of visibility online. A real definitive shift away from just keywords towards this world of entities and schema. You can't really ignore it.
Absolutely. This raises an important question, though. What should you actually do next? How do you start embracing LMO? Well, first, you need to audit your current content. Look closely at its entity depth. Does it have schema? Is it good schema? Then, set clear LMO goals. Don't just optimize for the sake of it. Tie it to real business outcomes. After that, you probably need to look at platforms or tools that can help. Find one that fits your needs. And finally, crucially, run a pilot program. Test it out, measure the results carefully, learn, then scale up based on what works for you.
Audit, set goals, find tools, pilot, then scale. Sounds like a plan.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. This shift to AI search. Will it cut your organic traffic, or could it actually grow it? The answer seems to be it depends, entirely on how you adapt. Companies going all in on these LMO strategies, they often see growth, actually, across both the traditional search result and these new AI interfaces.
That's what the early data suggests, yeah. But those who stick with the old SEO tactics, who ignore entities and schema, they might find their visibility just evaporates. Almost overnight. Adapting now isn't just about keeping up anymore. It's about seizing a genuine competitive advantage before LMO becomes the absolute standard. So the real question is, how will you adapt your strategies for this new era?